If you need a quick workout, if you need to squeeze a quick workout in, this is what I do. I don't have a whole lot of time, maybe 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and time my 15 minutes. And you know, for those of you that are short on equipment, need to squeeze in a 15-minute workout, this is kind of what I do. It's not this way every day, but today I don't have a whole lot of time. So I got my clock started. Booyah! Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, first thing's important is to warm up a little bit. You can warm up with you can cut a pole, and it's kind of nice to have because there's a lot of things you can do with it, Anyway, as far as working the shoulders, warming them up, I like to hold a squat position. I like to keep my feet wide. Works the inner thigh muscles, stretches them, and also flexes my hip area, and my buttocks area extends that from the back area. And so this is a good stretch. It's not easy to hold it for 30 seconds to a minute unless you've done it for a while. So we just do this for a little bit. Okay, straighten out. Okay, and one thing I found that's really good is this down dog position. With yoga, so I've been doing a little bit of yoga, and you just walk it forward a little bit. You definitely don't have to start this way, but really just hold yourself in place. And then from here, to warm up, so just give you some ideas. Okay, and then work your way back up, slow and easy. Don't forget to breathe. I like to warm up the core area here too. So while I'm standing straight up, then again, yoga gives you a lot of good ideas. So there's like warrior stance, warrior one. Just hold it. See my right foot turning in, left foot out. Typically, there's different poses. So when I'm warming up, I just kind of throw those in and we'll use them. There's nothing easy about holding a pose. It does really work your body. Works almost everything, holding poses. So this is some very simple warm-ups. And I wouldn't advise lifting really heavy unless you were warmed up. And notice how they have a mat here and a pole so far. So there's not a lot of equipment needs here. This is a lot of home exercise routines. They're basically calisthenics, right? So, I always try to put in a secondary stretch or warm-up action with a primary calisthenic pre-mover, which are these lunges back and forth. It's kind of like burpees. If you're going to do burpees, go down and out, which is not what I'm doing today. That's a primary calisthenic prime mover. Okay, and you can go ahead, step it out to the side. Remember, everything I'm doing above my head is secondary. And I'm going a little bit fast right now only because I don't have the time. And when you get warmed up, or even exercising, this is a little bit easier on your body. And you can really stretch it. Stretch. Stretch. Stretch, hold that stretch. Come up from the midsection. Okay, do it again. Stretch. Back up. Okay, so what did I put into this warm-up so far? So far, 6 minutes. Okay. Now, I want to get a little bit of everything in. And I don't plan my workouts. When I'm working out like this, I just plan to get something in quick. So The next thing I will do is I'd like to get some curls. If you don't have any weights, you can use milk jugs, fill them full of water, and use them. You can use them to curl, poof, 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 above the head, right? Good squats. Okay, holding the weight. Well, that weight can be anything, right? So for today, I'm going to use a 25 pounder. Pretty easy. I'm going to work on the buttocks, right? Okay, remember what I said about doing a primary mover, major muscle, and a minor. You can do that with this too. Now watch. Now, you do this with lighter weight or a lighter weight container filled with water, okay? Okay, you can do it on the upstroke, you can do it on the downstroke, okay? Okay. Primary, secondary, light weights, but I can sure feel it, okay? Don't need to do very many reps because when you're working sets like this, your body's going to immediately start building up lactic acid. It's not like taking one exercise and going with it for like 8 to 10, 12 reps. Believe me, you can really hear my breathing. It's a lot more intense to do it like this. And definitely I'm working my whole body, so all the muscles in my body are craving for oxygen right now. I don't have to lift heavy to get this effect. So right now, we're at 8 minutes. Only about 7 minutes to go. So what am I gonna do next? And I can repeat what I just did, but what am I gonna do next? Well, the next important thing to me is core. If I gotta choose anything, I'm gonna work on my core. Because your core keeps everything else solid, right? So what are the things I like to do that I feel most beneficial for me? Well, you don't have to have a bench. You can do this on the ground, but I have a bench, so I'm gonna do it on the bench, okay? So I'm gonna do these leg ab crunches. Okay, side to side. Okay, then again, the idea is not to do more than one set, 2 sets. You don't have to do that. It's not about repetitions. It's about continuous movement. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to do some arms. The way I choose to do this is in a secondary position. Secondary position being a yoga seated position gets my stretch while I'm working a primary mover. Primary mover or secondary muscle group or minor muscle group would be my arms. So I choose to do this in this position. Inward. Above the head. Stabilize yourself. Don't forget to breathe. You can do this with milk jugs too. Okay, remember, the goal is not to focus on sets or reps, but feel what you do, you need to do that's comfortable and beneficial for 15 minutes. Okay, let's see where we're at on the clock. And then decide what it is I'm gonna do. We're at 12 minutes Okay? So, for 12 minutes, what would you decide to do? Well, I'm going to decide to do something heavy because I need to, and that's going to be these buttes. Okay, so here we go. Okay, only need 4 to 5. Could be doing a little bit of deadlifting, because you can do that with the curl bar too. You can, if you have more time, you just repeat. You can repeat those, okay? But if you don't, the next thing you want to do is stretch. So, you want to stretch forward in the child pose. And I need to stretch out my lower back. And hold it. Coming up. Hold the push-up position. Legs up from the ground. If you can't hold this position, put your knees down. Now, bring the toes forward, and then upward dog. Hold it. Back into down dog. Hold it. If you can, bring your leg up and hold it. Stretch that back heel downwards towards the ground. Do it to the right. Hold it. Stretch the left foot, the sole of the foot, down to the ground. Hold it. Back. Hold it. Hold that push-up position. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Knees down. Bring yourself up. Upward dog. Stretch it, knees up from the ground. Backward into child pose. Today was supposed to be a full body workout, okay? Can't do it the way I'd normally do it, but this is a 15-minute fast-paced workout of what I would have done on my full body workout day. Every day is different. I never do the same thing in any day. So it's really helpful when, especially as you get up there in age, or you've been sedentary for a while, that you start off slow, build up your resistive tolerance for weights and exercise. It takes time, so don't try to do it all at once. So what I did normally would take somebody else that was starting, forget about the heavier weights, that's just for me. You know, you're looking at about a 40-minute routine right here that I just rush through, okay? Now, when I'm working it on my total body days, you know, this can go an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I probably get 2 to 3 sets in each one, take a little bit of a break in between. I hydrate, get lots of water. That's really important, especially to keep those joints lubed and the tendons sliding well over the tendon grooves and things like that. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful, maybe give you some other ideas, and I'll try to bring more of these types of videos. I'll start isolating down into separate muscle groups and maybe have some chart diagrams in between so you can kind of see where the benefits lie and where it is you need to build and develop and achieve the fitness goals and results and desired outcomes you need and want now. So that's it. Good health to you and your family. And in ending, I say, get her done!